Hello everyone, so I'm going to be doing something a little bit different from my usual content today. It's going to be one of my random Monday mishmash videos. I don't know if I'm like super late to the game with this because my local Home Bargains has only just started selling these products, but I don't know if it's been available in all the other Home Bargains for ages. But I nipped in the other day just to kind of have a casual look around and just get a couple of bits, and as per usual ended up spending an absolute fortune. But I could justify it in the fact that I had been needing new makeup for ages. I've been using the same mascara for I don't know how long, and it's dried up and gone all gunky. So I was like, right, I definitely need some new mascara. So when I seen the price of this makeup range, I was like, you know what, I may as well get a little bit of everything. So I don't actually know who this person is, but they've started doing a makeup range by somebody called Olivia Hale. I don't know if that's going to be backwards in the video, but yeah, they started doing a makeup range by Olivia Hale. And all the products start from about 99 pence, I think. I think that was the cheapest thing I found, so I decided to get a little bit of kind of everything I would use on my face. So there is going to be, I know a lot of other people would use kind of like a lot more product on their face, a lot more different makeup products on their face. But I do a really kind of basic routine of foundation, blusher, mascara, eyeshadow and lips. And I've just actually realised I haven't gotten anything lip related, but I am just going to use lip balm today because I've got a bit of dry skin situation going on, so I'll probably just end up using lip balm, so that's fine. So the products that I have got, one thing I didn't get was makeup brushes. They do sell a range of makeup brushes for a pack, it's like $5.99, but for me, because I wasn't going in there intending to buy makeup, I didn't really want to spend $5.99. I did get this little sponge, this little eggy sponge, which I'm going to use to put on the BB cream, I think. But other than that, my makeup brushes that I'm going to be using are just ones I've got at home anyway. Okay, so I just had to run into my bedroom because I realised that I didn't actually have the makeup brushes on us that I'm going to use, so it will be a bit pointless. Also, I'm probably going to have to get up and moisten this eggy sponge, which I didn't think about. What a clot on. So yeah, the first product I'm going to show now, because I'm about to open this and moisten it, is the makeup applicator sponge. I think this was about $1.99 or something. To be honest, I don't know the exact prices of the products, and I'm probably not going to put them in because I don't even think they'll have them available online. I'll have a little look, and if they are available online, I'll put them in the description. But everything that I got was between like 99 pence and $1.99 because I wasn't willing to spend any more than that because I hadn't gone in to buy makeup. Okay, so my sponge is now moist, ready to put any base on. Just going to use a little hair clip to... I spent ages trying to do my hair before this video because I thought if I'm going to have to be on video with no makeup on, I at least want my hair to look nice. So I spent honestly about like 15-20 minutes, which is a long time for me, doing my hair, and it still looks an absolute mess. So this is just how it is now. This is just how my hair is. So there we go. I also kind of need to dye my eye. In fact, I very much need to dye my eyebrows, but I really don't have time for that. Just get rid of that, whatever it is, of my eyelash. Right, so first of all, I'm going to be using this Olivia Hale BB cream in the colour Light, or the shade Light, I should say, because this was the lightest one they had, and obviously I've got very pale skin, so I need to get the lightest that there was. So I'm just going... Oh, hell's bells. I've just dropped a whole glob of it on my nice new white trousers. Fantastic. Why would I even think to buy white trousers when I know I'm just going to make a mess of myself? So there's the BB. That looks like loads in close up, but actually it's not really that much. So I'm just going to put this on my skin, and to be quite honest, I'm just going to use my fingers to apply this because... Oh, am I? Actually, I don't know. Actually, no, it's a lot thicker in consistency than I thought it was going to be, so I'm actually going to use the sponge to apply this because... Oh, it's like foundation consistency. It's really thick. I thought it was going to be quite watery, but it's not. It looks very yellow though. I don't know if this is just the lighting from my camera, but it looks very yellow. I hope this is just bad lighting or not. Oh god. Oh dear me, how. I'm gonna have to get a mirror. Right, okay, so I'm back with a mirror, and honestly, that is just really bad lighting. In the mirror, in the natural lighting, it's actually, I mean, it's darker than what I would normally use, but it's not as blotchy and horrible as it looks. Oh God. Just like try and blend that into my hairline a little bit. Oh God, great. I wonder if I turn this off, if I turn my sad lamp off. Okay, so that's, right, okay, so I'm gonna just use this lighting from now on because that actually looks more true to the real product. To be honest, I think in better lighting and kind of with it blended out quite a bit, it's not actually bad. It's not look like it's given us a massive amount of coverage, but I think that would be buildable. I think because I've moistened my sponge quite a bit, a lot of the product has gone onto the sponge rather than onto my face. So I think if I was to put like another 1 or 2 layers on, that would give me an amount of coverage that I would be happy with, because I only really like really light to medium coverage anyway. I don't like full coverage foundations. Also, I must say as well that I did have a little drink last night. I did have a couple of glasses of wine last night, so I'm like super, like my skin's super red and like flustered, and like my cheeks are really pink because I don't know if it does this for everyone, but alcohol makes me go really red in the face. So yeah, I think if my skin was in better condition and I hadn't had a drink and I'd laid this up, it would actually give quite nice. I'm actually quite impressed with that. I feel like they started off really bad, but then got like decent. You can see as well I have a really, oh, get a horrible spot on my nose. Let alive. So yeah, in normal circumstances, I'm absolutely going to use that BB cream again because I think it was really nice once it was actually blended and I didn't have horrendous lighting. I think it was really nice. I think I would maybe put another layer on than that. However, I'm not going to today simply because I've got another face product that I want to try, which is the foundation stick, which I've got in the colour Sand. They did have it in Ivory, which was, I'm assuming was a lighter shade. But when I tested this on my hand in the shop, it looked like a pretty good fit. But I'm starting to doubt myself now, and I'm starting to think I've actually got one too dark. So I'm just going to unbox that on camera. These boxes are super hard to open as well. They really don't want you to get into their packaging. Oh, yeah, man. Right. There we go. So that's what that looks like unboxed. I think that is really nice packaging actually. It's quite like princessy, and I don't know what this little thing's supposed to be, but yeah, it's really cute packaging. And then, oh God, yeah, that's too dark, isn't it? I can tell just looking at it. Why did I think that was going to match me? It's like way too dark. Let's put it on and see what happens. I mean, it's not looking the worst. Maybe it's going to blend out quite well. I do highly regret getting this darker colour though. I should have absolutely gotten the Ivory. I know myself and I know my skin right by now, and I know that I'm an Ivory through and through. I'm the palest person alive. I'm just going to blend that out again with the little spongy doodad. That's alright, that's pretty good. It's really light coverage, it's blended out my skin a little bit, it's gotten rid of some of that redness, which is really good. And as I say, I'm not really a fan of heavy coverage anyway, so that works out right for me. So to be honest, I think both that BB cream and that foundation stick I would use again. Now, I didn't get a powder from Home Bargains because I've already got like a whole bunch of powder at home, so I'm just going to quickly powder with my usual powder and then do the rest. So that's my powder done. And I do want to say as well that it does still look more orange in this camera and in this lighting than it does look in real life. In real life, it looks pretty tan and natural. In my horrendous lighting setup, it looks like pretty yellow and pretty gross, but it actually looks a lot nicer in real life. I'll try and get some photos afterwards and show you. So what have I got next? Oh, next I've got this blush. Beauty guru. This blush in Rosy. See if I can get close to the camera. I'm really bad at this. Yeah, this blush in Rosy, which again I'm going to use my own brush to apply because I didn't buy any. Oh, ho. I tell a lie. I do not need to use my own brush because it comes with a little blushy brush. Unfortunately, the shape of the little blushy brush I don't have high hopes for because it's kind of like the ones you used to get in little makeup sets when you were a kid. So that's how the blush opens up. It's got 3 little layers like that. It's a little brush that came out the bottom of it. And on the bottom is a little mirror. Oh, hi me. There we go. So I'm going to try it at first. I'm going to dab that in there. I'm going to try it first to apply it with the brush. No, that didn't work. Right, okay, so we're just going to abandon that plan altogether and use my Spectrum 805 blush brush, which I simply only have because it came in a Birchbox. Otherwise, I would just probably have a Primark blush brush because I don't want to spend a lot on makeup brushes when I wear makeup like once a week. I feel like the makeup look's actually coming together a little bit now, and it's actually starting to look quite nice, and then that spot's just ruining it by just being there and being hideous and red and spotty. So one thing I'd say about this as well is that when I did get it out of the pan, there was quite a lot of like fallout, I guess you would call it fallout when it's on your face, but a lot for simply dabbing the brush in for like 5 seconds, a lot of blush came out and kind of started falling out the pan and falling onto the floor. So it's very, very like break aparty, which is not ideal, but the blush itself is a really, really nice rusty colour. It's called Rosy. It's not a rosy colour at all. It's more like a rusty colour. It's very, as you can see, it's very, very dark. And I know if anyone's watching this who's like really good at makeup and really into makeup, they're going to be going, oh my god, that blush is far too dark. But I do actually like to wear my blush quite dark. I'm going to tone it down a little bit with some powder. It's just not toned it down at all, is it? It's just making my face redder. Yeah, I do like my blush quite strong, so I know you might be looking at that and going, oh my god, that's far too dark, but that's just how I like to do my blush because I'm really, really pale, so I like to kind of make up for it with a strong blush. And the next thing that I'm going to show you is this little 12 colour eyeshadow palette. Again, as I say, all the price of everything I got in this were like between 99p and 1.99, and this is, I mean, this is good. 12 eyeshadows for 1.99. I don't even care whether they're nice or not, to be honest. For 1.99, I don't give a crap. I'm going to open this up. I feel like I'm unboxing these really, really badly, but it's just because they're so like, they really sellotape to bits and they really hard to get out. So I'm just going to like tear the packaging apart and put that in the recycling. So there we go. That's the palette out of the box. My horrible lighting setup just ruining that, so you can't really see it, but you get a general gist. And take that. Oh, I don't have high hopes for some of these, mind you. It comes with one of these little brushes, like as I say, you would get in a little makeup set when you were like 5. I'm not going to use that because it just looks like it's going to be terrible. It might actually be good because it's so thin and fine. It might actually be good for like applying like eyeliner. If you like to apply eyeliner with a brush, it might work for that, but it's not going to work for eyeshadow, so I'm not going to use that. So these are the colours, all like quite pinky, rosy toned. We've got some little glittery ones here. These are the ones when I opened it up and I said I didn't have high hopes for them. I don't have high hopes for these glittery ones. When I'm just putting my finger on there, it feels very like sticky, although, that pigment though. Ooh, actually that's, I don't know which ones to use, to be honest. I don't always wear eyeshadow, but when I do wear eyeshadow, I do like to wear a nice kind of glittery one because I think it makes my eyes look twinkly and it brings out the blue in my eyes. So I do like to wear a glittery one. I feel like most kind of like people who are really good at makeup and experts at makeup would use these like really nudie colours, and they would probably apply like one of each of the nudie colours and blend it out and make like this spectacular makeup look. But I think I'm just going to use the glittery ones, and I may break every rule in the makeup book and just apply it with my finger, because I think it's come off on my finger really nicely. Even though it felt sticky, it's actually come off quite nicely. So I'm going to have a little go with this glittery one and apply it with my finger like a child. So that looks pretty good, doesn't it, already? I mean, I like that. I really like that. I think I've said it already in this video, but just in case I haven't, like, I hardly ever wear makeup, and I'm not very good at applying makeup at all. And I don't know what's like the right way to apply stuff, or the right colours to wear, or the right shades to wear and stuff like that. So if me applying this with my finger is making you balk, then soz. I think that looks good. All right, I'm gonna, actually, because I've used my finger for that, I'm gonna go in with one of the kind of lighter glittery ones. This one here, I don't think they have individual names. No, the colours don't have individual names. It's not that fancy a palette. So I'm just gonna go in with this like lighter glittery one and just apply that around the edges. I don't feel like that's making the mildest bit of difference. And hopefully it's blending it out a little. Oh yeah. Okay, it doesn't seem to make much difference in the camera, but it is actually making a lot of difference in real life. In real life. Nice nostrils, Trishy. Yeah, I can't, I'm using my phone as a camera. I'm using Amazon like $3.99 ring light or something. So it's not going to show up to the best of its abilities. Even though it looks, the glitter looks quite chunky on camera, I feel it's not in person. And that this little beigey, pinky, champagne-y colour, I'm going to call it champagne. The champagne colour here has actually helped blend the eyeshadow out to the rest of my eyelid really well. It's just a shame that y'all can't see how good it's done. And then I'm just going to use a like this like really almost pointless colour here to kind of fill in the rest of my eyelid. I don't use an eyebrow product. I don't use a filler, a pencil, a mascara or whatever on my eyebrows, because I generally just dye them once a month, and that's enough to get me by, because I don't like particularly strong eyebrows. I like dark eyebrows, but not like really thick or filled in eyebrows. So I generally just dye them once a month. I am overdue an eyebrow dye. So that's, yeah, I'm not going to do anything with my eyebrows, so sorry about that. Oh, or am I? Because I've just realised this little brush that was pointless for eyeshadow might actually make a good eyebrow thingamajig. So I'm going to take, sod it, I'm going to throw caution to the wind, and I'm going to use one of these. I'm probably going to use this one because it's a lot more brownier in real life than it looks on camera. So I'm just going to edit this out. I'm going to finish off my eyebrows. I'm just going to cut that out because like nobody wants to see me sit and scrape my eyebrows for 2 hours. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I like it. Whatever. Who cares? Right. So got spots up here as well. So the last thing that I got from this range that I'm going to use is the mascara. It's the most unusual mascara packaging that I've ever seen in my life, because like, what's that? Why have they put the brush and the little tube separate? Like, I don't get it. But I'm gonna, again, on camera, just blah, 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 blah. Hardest packaging to open ever. Oh, everything's just falling to bits. Everything's just breaking in front of my eyes. So that's what they look like when they come out of the packaging, like these. And it's got one of the, so the thing is that One Bargain's only had one kind of mascara, and it was this. And the brush has kind of like these rubbery, plasticky doodads that I don't really like. I prefer a really like fibre kind of applicator, but this is more of a plasticky, rubbery one, which I'm not a huge fan of because I feel like they stab me in the eye and I'm not very good at applying makeup to begin with. However, this one does have this little like spiky thing at the end, which I think might be used to apply mascara in the corners and the bottom lashes, which is pretty handy. So I'm just gonna like make sure that the brush actually gets some product on it. Oh, that was a satisfying little. I'm gonna do that next to the microphone so you can hear. Satisfaction. Right. So I'm going to show you like a little bit of me applying the mascara and then do it again in the mirror because this is what happens when I try and do it on camera. I just stab myself in the eye and get mascara everywhere but my eyelashes. So, right, okay, so the first thing that I noticed about this mascara is that the little doodad on the end is actually super handy for getting the bottom lashes. I have quite short eyelashes, so it's generally quite hard to put mascara on anyway. That was really handy for getting that. The second thing that I noticed is that I'm really bad at applying mascara, so I've got like a whole bunch of it on my eyelid, which I'm going to have to correct with micellar water in a sec, but I will fix that. The third thing I noticed is that the smell of the mascara is quite strong. It's not a bad smell, it's kind of like a bit of a chemically smell, but mixed with caramel. So it's not a horrible smell, but it does smell quite strongly. I'm not used to that with mascaras. Just gonna, that's upside down, isn't it? So that's what it looks like in the end. So I'm going to go away and spots everywhere, it's horrendous. So I'm going to go away and fix the absolute hash of a job that I've done with my mascara on my eyelashes. I'm going to fix that. I am going to apply some lip balm because, as you can see, I've got some foundation on my lips and it looks really bad. So I'm going to fix that, and my battery's running out on my phone, and then I'll come back and show you the kind of finished overall look. Okay. So first thing I'm going to say now that I'm back on camera is that little mascara issue took us way longer to fix than I care to admit, because the mascara is like super smudgy. Like I feel like it's going to take ages to dry. I don't feel like you could apply your mascara and then just go straight out. I feel like you've got to wait ages and ages for it to dry. And when I started to correct by putting some kind of foundation back under my eyebrow, under my eyes, is that the mascara started to smudge again, so then I had to correct it and then reapply foundation underneath my eyes, because I was kind of using my stick foundation like a under eye concealer, or just like a concealer in general. However, of the overall makeup look, I do really like it. It's not shown up on camera how strongly pigmented the eyeshadow is, but it's shown up really strongly. It's really sparkly, really rosy and pink and lovely, and that's kind of the eyeshadow that I like to go for. So I can outright say that even though I was a bit skeptical at first, the eyeshadow palette is definitely my favourite part of the makeup range, because as I say, it's just so strongly pigmented. It's got all the shades that I would usually use in there, because I tend to go for kind of sparkly, rosy, champagne-y colours anyway, so that's perfect for me. So I'm going to use this all the time, and I would absolutely buy it again once it ran out. I do also really like the foundations, even though they looked really yellow and were kind of hard to blend at first. I think that's more down to my makeup skills than it is to the actual foundation itself. So I do really like this, and again, I'm going to absolutely use the BP cream and the stick foundation. I think, to be honest, I think I'll use the stick foundation more because that gave slightly more even coverage and was easier to apply, and I don't know, I just like the consistency. So I'm getting a phone call, just got to decline that. So I overall like the consistency of the stick foundation better, so I'm definitely going to use that again. I am definitely going to use the eyeshadow again. The mascara, not so much. I think I'm going to, even though the mascara was the main thing I went in the shop for, which makes it super annoying, I'm not going to be using that again because it's just so smudgy, and even though the kind of little spikes on the brush helped us apply around my eyes, overall, it just doesn't really look like I've got much mascara on. And the one that I've been using, which is which I've had too long, which is the Essence Lash Princess from Wilkinson's of all places. Is like honestly one of the best mascaras I've ever used. It showed the what's it called, the little doodads, a nice fibrous one. It's nice and thin, so it's easy to apply, and it makes my eyelashes look really, really thick and nice. It's just that I've had it a bit too long, so it's gone gloopy. So I'd probably just go to Wilkinson's and buy this again, because it was like $2.99, and it's like, as I say, like the best mascara I've ever used. So yeah, overall conclusion, I would use everything again. Even the blusher, like the blusher, I really like the fact that it comes with that kind of 3-tiered pan which has a mirror, and I like the rusty colour of it. It's not my favourite blush in the world, but I absolutely will use it again. The mascara, to be honest, bit of a waste of money, just wasn't a fan of that at all. So of all the products that I got, I will definitely use these 4 again. I'll probably just use that because, I mean, it's pretty good, and whatever, it was like $1.99 and it worked pretty decently. But my favourites are these 3, which these are the 3 that I'll probably end up using like on a daily basis, especially this, as I love the way this applied, and this eyeshadow is just, as I say, beautiful colours, beautiful pigment, absolutely love that. Can't believe it was $1.99 for the palette. Really good deal. So yeah, that is the finished look of Home Bargains makeup, which probably cost us honestly about a tenner for the whole lot, so it's really, really super cheap and works really well. So yeah, I highly recommend Home Bargains makeup. Go and get yourself some. Bye. Right, so I'm just doing a little update on my makeup here just to see. I wasn't actually planning on doing this, but I just thought I'd show you how well it's held out. I've been out shopping to Sunderland, and it's really, really warm outside, so it's really, really humid, and it's really windy in Sunderland because it's by the sea. And I think that it's held up actually really, really well. The foundation's still doing its job, it's still evening my skin tone, and the eyeshadow, as you can see, is still super sparkly, and considering the consistency of it, it hasn't actually creased as much as I would think. As you can imagine, the mascara has not really lasted, but I wasn't impressed with that to begin with, and my lips have gone really dry, but just ignore that. So yeah, I think it's held out really well, and that is my neighbours going past in the car. Hi neighbours. And yes, that's the overall look after about, what time is it now? After about, is it like 4 hours? I know that's not very long, but yeah, it's lasted well for 4 hours.